The Protea is a symbol of the unique beauty of South Africa and a flower loved by all. Tanya Visser tells us how to grow Proteas in pots with just a few simple tools and a bit of national pride.
Now, if you're looking for something fresh to do with your garden this summer, look no further because I'm hanging out with our builder's garden expert, Tanya Visser. She's got a great idea this morning. We're planting Proteas. Tanya, very nice to see you again.
Good to see you too. And
Aren't they beautiful?
well, they're just gorgeous. I mean, you just want them.
Give her a hug.
So
Go
lovely.
on. You know, Tanya, I think a lot of people are scared when it comes to growing Proteas. So what's the deal? What do we need to know?
You can grow them anywhere in the country. You can grow them in the Western Cape, in Gauteng, where it gets really cold, KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape. Even when it gets freezing, you're able to grow them. The most important thing is the first 18 months of planting it. That's what you've got to be careful of. Most importantly, if you're putting it into a pot, is the size of the pot. It needs to be at least 35 centimeters in width and at least 40 centimeters in depth. That's really your most important. And your next thing is the type of soil that you use. And this is a special potting soil just for Proteas. This is specifically for Proteas. And you can see it. And if you grab it, and you can see it's gorgeous, friable, got lots of peat in there, lots of coconut husk, and that's the right stuff that we need.
Now, you know what? I've worked with you quite a number of times, but I don't think we've ever worked with this.
Okay, give it a smell and then you might know what it is.
Is that rooibos?
That's the leftovers from when you're making the tea. I mean, you could drink it, but for our application, it's great for using as a mulch. It's going to increase the pH, which is really what we want because it adds to the acidity. Not only looks good, but has a good practical application too.
Brilliant. And then, of course, the drainage stones.
Drainage stones go in, make a nice layer of them. Make sure you haven't covered the hole with one of them, though, and that they're just holding it open. And then we're going to take the Protea potting mix, and that's going to go in, fill it up to the pot about 3/4 the way up, and firm it in, and then we get going with the little baby.
And you don't need to add anything to the soil.
Nothing. That is all you need. Don't deviate, don't try and be clever, just stick with that.
I like it. Gardening made easy.
We've got a selection over here of different Proteas that you might find at your local builders. And this is a pincushion. And you can see why they're called pincushions, because they look just like a pincushion. Okay, and these flower right into summer. They're fantastic. So different types of fynbos. Remember, you can have them anywhere in your garden, and even if you're planting them in your garden, you just use that mixture instead of compost. And most importantly, Proteas, pincushions, anything like that, hate phosphates. So no bone meal, no superphosphate. If you use that, you are going to kill them quickly. So let's just take this little baby over here. This little guy is called So Innocent, just like you, dear.
So innocent. Oh, wow. Listen.
All right.
Our innocent Ewan helps Tanya plant the Protea in the center of the pot and fills with the remaining potting mix. He tops it off with a generous helping of the rooibos mulch.
Tanya, that looks absolutely beautiful. Such a nice contrast as well. But we've done everything we need to do now. How do we look after it?
Moisture is the most important thing. Make sure that you keep this little guy well watered. Probably every second or third day, a good water until the water runs out the bottom of the pot. And then when it's finished flowering, what you need to do is prune it. Very simple rule is we're going to look at the length of the stem from there to there, and halfway, we're going to prune it halfway. Then you're just going to cut it off with the leaf axle here, doing that all the way around. So you see now the bush is nice and neat, but I'm not going to cut all the others right now because it's still going to flower. And that's really all you need to do, because where you've made the cut, 2 new shoots are going to emerge from there for next year's flowers, which you'll be able to enjoy.
Perfect. Well, that really wasn't difficult at all.
No, that was Proteas 101.
Thanks so much. There, you can put this one in your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you, darling.
Well, now you know pretty much everything about growing Proteas in your very own garden. But if you want more details, you can always log on to our website, expressoshow.com.